Grace and peace, everybody. Motivation Monday. So good to see you. So good to see you. I've missed you. And so much has happened since the last time we spoke. I mean, it's inescapable. You see it everywhere, right? And what the Lord has been impressing upon me today, as a matter of fact, for the last couple of days, is holiness is right. Holiness is right. Two scriptures that he has given me to support that. He that knoweth the right thing to do and doeth it not, to him that's a sin. So don't worry about the people who justify the things that they do that are in gray areas, that they could justify and say, well, the Bible didn't say that this is wrong. The Bible didn't say that this is bad. But there's nowhere in the Bible that says that I can't smoke weed. There's nothing in the Bible that says I can't smoke cigars. There's nothing in the Bible that says that I can't associate with this person. I can't have a relationship with this person. No, I'm not having sex with them. No, I'm not doing anything nefarious with them. Yeah, they may not be good persons to anybody else, but you know what? They're good to me. And God never told me that anything is wrong with it. Matter of fact, I don't even think God has a problem with what I'm doing, because he still talks to me. I can still hear him. I can still worship. Who says that it's God who's talking to you? Who says that it's God that's giving you the instructions that you have? You know the devil can sound like God. And the devil is the only person who deals in compromises. God does not deal in compromises. Holiness is still right. I'm going to tell you a poem that my mother taught me when I was going to her school, because for half of my young life, I attended my mother's school, because my mother was a school principal of her own school. So you know I got to be the brightest thing in the class, right? She taught me this poem. It goes, and I never forgot it. It goes like this. Speak the truth, and speak it ever, costing what it will, because he who hides the wrong that he does the wrong thing still. Did you get that? Let me say it again. It's real short. Speak the truth and speak it ever, costing what it will, for he who hides the wrong he does the wrong thing still. And we're seeing the evidence of that now. Nothing stays hidden. Nothing stays under the covers. Everything you do is going to show up in your life. It's going to show up publicly as a scandal. And it may show up in the things that happen to you as a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you deal in garbage, your life will become garbage. For example, Wendy Williams, her job and her career was talking about people. And she talked about the news about people, and then she became the news. Nobody leaves this earth unscathed when you deal treacherously in life with people, places, and things. And so, holiness is right. It may take you a little longer to get the things that you need to get. It may take you a little longer to be successful. It may take you a little longer to earn the type of money that you're looking to earn with your idea, with your plan. But just because this nefarious person over here says that, okay, I got some money, I can help you, I could let your situation be gone overnight. It is to us with a moral fiber and a moral standing to not not take the bait and not take the easy route, because there is a saying back home, long run short catch, which means you need to play the long game so that when it's your time, you are able to hold on to the things that you've received in this world. And there's another scripture that says, fret not thyself when you see evildoers doing well. Fret not thyself, because pretty soon you will see the results of their life, of their actions. And while you took your time to build your wealth and build your product and build your business on the back of integrity, there are those that fell away. There are those that lost their business. There are those that are not even here anymore because of some things they engaged in that caught up with them. You are still here. And as long as you are here, you get a chance to not only do it again, but continue, maintain, and move forward. So, live holy, because holiness is right. He that knoweth the right thing to do, and doeth it not, to him it's a sin. So if you feel that prick, that pang in your spirit, in your soul, that something isn't good, don't proceed. If you're a doctor and your business is not thriving, I know there are several opportunities for you to make money. There are several pharmaceutical reps that will come up to you and say, push this product, push this opioid. You will be able to get a kickback if you give this opioid to your patients. And I'll give you a real story, because there are greedy people here. The Bible says, I think it's in James 1, that people will become lovers of themselves. They'll become selfish, and they will not regard what is the right thing to do. And we are to stay away from people like that, right? So, true story, a couple of years ago, I fell off of a ladder, a 6-foot ladder, and I fell on my shoulder, right? And my shoulder was killing me for like 2 weeks, and I felt like it was dislocated. And I said, let me go take a look at it. So I went to the hospital and I said, could you give me an x-ray on this shoulder? It's really bothering me, right? They said they saw nothing wrong with my shoulder. And even though they say they saw nothing wrong with my shoulder, they gave me a prescription for an opioid for 7 days. 7 days worth of opioids, right? Now, usually with something like that, you're only supposed to get a prescription for 3 days. But you see, the purpose was to have me in a state of addiction. Because what is going to happen, and the Lord told me, don't you take that. And I never took it. And I bared with the pain until the pain subsided and it stopped. But if I'd have took that opioid for 7 days, right? All of a sudden, I will continue to have pains, and even more intensified pains that had absolutely nothing to do with why I was in pain in the first place. And then I would be going back and complaining after taking those opioids for 7 days. And I would go to the doctor and say, I'm still having pain. As a matter of fact, the pain is even more intense than it was before. And what that doctor would do is give me a stronger prescription of that same opioid. And this time it would be for 14 days. And then I would go back 14 days from then and say, I still have the pain and it's even more intense, and they will increase the dose of the opioid again. Next thing you know, they have a cutoff point where they'll get in trouble if they give you more than the dosage. So they will say, this is the highest dosage I can give you. And then I would be feeling so bad that I am buying pills off of others that I know who have the same prescription, or I will be referred to a guy right in the neighborhood that sells these pills on the black market and give me the dose that I want. And each time the dose is never ever satisfied, because your body gets used to it, absorbs it, and then wants more and wants more. And now my pain is now attributed to cravings. This is how a greed and a hunger in a person can easily build up. A lot of people who get in trouble and do bad things, they're really good people. They don't mean but to do bad things, but a desperation can cause them to make a decision that takes them down a rabbit hole. Same thing with sex. This is why the Lord tells us not to engage in nefarious sexual activities, because it is a bottomless pit. That is one sin that is a bottomless pit. If you decide to kind of experiment with that, that feels good to you. Because no matter what kind of sex you have, it's all going to feel good. Sin is always going to feel good. There is nothing in sin that is displeasurable. Sin is enjoyable and sin is fun. Let's be honest and real about that, right? And this is why it is a struggle to refrain from sin. This is why you have to resist the devil and he will flee from you. Because sin is fun. So you try something. You try something you never tried before. Something you thought was absolutely disgusting. And you tried often enough that this thing that was once disgusting to you, you associate with people who are into this type of lifestyle. You associate with people who engage in this stuff all the time. And you're seeing it all the time. Now your brain is normalized to it. And now it is no longer disgusting. And once something is no longer disgusting, it is easy for you to partake in it. And all it takes is one time for you to end up down a rabbit hole you don't need to be down. Be mindful of the people, the places, the things you indulge in, no matter how innocent they are. If you feel that prick in your spirit, I don't need to be hanging out with this person. I don't need to be going these places. I don't need to be doing that. I am not going to engage in the spirit of compromise. Yes, I am in dire need right now. And I know this guy who have $1,000 that he could just give me and it's not going to be a problem. It will be very easy. It will be very tempting. This is what happens to a lot of young women. Okay, I will hang out and I will go out with this drug dealer guy because he has money at his disposal and he will give it to me. And next thing you know, you'll find yourself down a hole into a situation that you can't get yourself out of. Holiness is still right. And in this season, be sure to keep your integrity. Be sure to keep that thing that is inside you that you know is right and true. Don't think about, okay, I can get away with it. Don't think about nobody will know, because God knows. And you will have to pay the consequence for every misstep you make and everything that you do in this season. So Motivational Monday, holiness is still right. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. And be sure to share if this message touched and agreed with your soul. Live the glorious life, live life on purpose, and have a blessed week. And I will see you on Wednesday for Winning Wednesday. Bye, guys.